All right. The moment I've personally been waiting for. We're going to be discussing Gardens of the Moon, Part 1, Pale. We're going to start this. Any questions? So what do you think so far?
A few minutes later.
What did I just read? That is what I think.
Well, I didn't lie when I said when you first start you have no idea what's going on.
Nothing. Nothing. I have known nothing. I don't know who to root for. I don't know who's doing what and what's doing who. And it took me a long time to read part 1.
She doesn't like long chapters.
I just don't understand. Why? You give it page breaks, just make it a chapter. Just make it a chapter. I need to feel like I'm making progress.
Well, you are making progress.
Am I though? I still know nothing.
Okay, but look. By the time you finish a Malazan chapter, that's a solid hour of reading usually.
That resulted in nothing.
Well, it resulted in something. I, as a rereader, am like, oh, it's all been here from the start.
Well, yes, because you're a rereader.
Yes, I know.
But as a not rereader...
To be fair, I remember my first time reading it. I didn't have your frustration. I was just like, what is going on? Turn the page. What is going on? Turn the page.
Yeah. What is going on?
And like, I remember by like the halfway point, I kind of in my head was like, I kind of like these characters. I'm not too much of a fan of these characters. That kind of thing.
Okay. Well,
who are these people?
So, okay, if we're going to talk about the characters, like I said, I don't know who I should be getting behind. If I should be getting behind any of these people. But normally, in the first chapter of most books, I have some idea of who I should be rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's always the questionable characters, like, maybe, maybe not. And then there is the for known, sure, I hate you character. These are all, maybe, I don't know.
He does not let you know right up front a damn thing.
Could be good though, because as I've said in a previous video, I think it was one of our Poppy War videos, when I tend to pick out a character, something happens and they end up broken. So maybe it's a good thing I don't really particularly am attracted to any of these characters. But actually they all seem kind of broken already, but you know.
Well, it's a military fantasy.
Yes, so. But I don't know. If I was to say characters that I could maybe get behind, or that I'm not completely opposed to right now, Whiskey Jack. He is he a commander, general, sergeant? Okay, I couldn't remember his rank. But he's got that, like, old man, I've seen things vibe going on. Tattersail. That's partly probably because a lot of the time in book 1 is spent with her. So that's probably. But then it's also spent with Captain, I'm going to say his name wrong, Perrin?
Ganos, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about him. He seems like, you know, because we've already talked about this, but if you've ever seen the show Daria, to me, in my head, in my canon, he is the male version of Daria. La 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 la.
See, I don't have him as deadpan. I have him as the, like, smart-assy, like...
Well, she was kind of smart-assy.
No, but she was deadpan smart-assy.
Yeah.
He's more like just sharp-witty in my mind.
Yeah. So, I kind of like him because sometimes I have Daria moments. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then hair look. The little puppet thing. Person. Okay, so I guess if I was to pick a character that I might be like, I don't really like this person, it would be Hairlock. I'm not feeling him. I was feeling him. I was like, oh man, he seems like he could be cool. But I don't know. I'm not feeling him now, because I don't know. He's got his own little agenda going on. And that's another thing. What is the agenda? Who are we after? I have to go how many more books?
Okay. Look. Just give it time.
I don't know anything.
It's beautiful, right?
It's okay. If I'm understanding correctly, I'm going to do some breaking down, okay? Captain Perrin, however you say his name.
Janos.
Yes. He has been appointed by the adjunct, who's like...
The right hand of the Empress.
Yes, I was going to say the hand of the Empress, to go and locate a person. And he's also going to be commanding... I don't know military jargon.
Just say the bridge burners.
Yeah, he's going to be commanding the bridge burners, which includes Whiskey Jack. He's going to be their captain. Okay. Well, the person that he's looking for apparently is in this group, because at the beginning there was this little fisher girl and this old woman, and they were having their thing, and then these two people come along who I thought were guys.
They are.
Okay. They do what they do. Old lady dies. Little fisher girl goes with them. I thought she went with them, but apparently one of the two people that did what they did, like, embodies her now.
Possessed her, yes.
Possess her. And her name now is Sari. And she's in this group.
Well, we never officially heard her real name.
Right. Well, the girl's name is Sari. We don't know what her... Yeah. But I was also confused because... Well, maybe this was before she got possessed. Because she was still talking like her little fisher girl self. Saying, I have to get back to Dad. He's waiting for me to make this net, blah, blah, blah. So that must have been before... But I didn't even know she was possessed, so there you go. And then, so Sari... But along the lines, I figured out... See, in this is all confusing? Because this is all confusing. So anyways. So then Sari... I figured out... is the recruit who's with the bridge burners.
That is scaring the shit out of them.
Nobody is comfortable around her, who is actually this person by the name of Cotillion.
The patron god of assassins.
Because they have these different, like, types of people. You got bridge burners, claws. Is Cotillion something?
He's a god.
He's a god. So she's possessed by a god. And Perrin is supposed to be finding her.
That's him. He's supposed to be taking care of her.
Does he know that she is in the group that he's going to be commanding?
Yes. That was discussed with the Claw.
Okay.
Topper, I believe.
But then and I guess the original other person, track him, Captain Perrin, down in the middle of like an alleyway, and they take him out.
Like that. Didn't even get it to draw a sword.
And then this is why I was also confused, because at the beginning, because they mentioned the two names at the beginning of these people, Cotillion and somebody else.
Amanus.
Yes, and that's why I was like, oh, they're guys. But then when they were with the captain, these two names were mentioned again, like, at each other, and one of them was giggling like a girl, so that's why I'm like, oh, well, they weren't guys. They were both, it was like a guy and a girl. But now you've explained to me that that's the possession. Oh my god. So, he's like captain. He's kind of, I feel like, so like Tattersail is moving along with the bridge burners, and they're advancing to wherever the hell it is they're going. I have no clue. And Captain Perrin is like behind them. He's always like steps behind them. But now I think they're all finally in the same city. That's when he gets shanked by the sorry cotillion lady person thing. Then he ends up in the limbo land where luck decides his fate. And
Opon prevents his soul from going through Hood's gates.
So he still hasn't really met with Whiskey Jack. And that's who he was supposed to be meeting with before he got shanked. And then, oh my gosh, if we go back, one of the people, the High Mages, like betrayed the other High Mages.
Or it at least looks like that.
And then they're like fighting this thing? Is it like a mountain that moves? Moon spawn?
Imagine a big floating
orb
boulder that's like mountain size. Yeah.
And then Tattersail is like working with Hairlock, but then he's also like seems like he's betraying her by running his mouth to Tayscrin or whatever. Tayscrin, whoever's the one, but he's the one who like freaking took off half of Hairlock's body and then killed these people. And
Hairlock hasn't talked to Tayscrin.
Well, then how did he know the reading? She did the card reading with Hairlock, and then she met up with that guy to do another reading, and he already knew about the previous reading. So is somebody running her mouth, or is he like psychic and he can like eavesdrop from afar?
So you've noticed that they keep saying Tayscrin is digging.
I guess.
He's trying to figure out what's going on in Pale.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
I know what's going on in Pale. I got a little bit of an advantage. Okay, a lot of an advantage.
Gosh. Well, anyways. But yeah, so Hairlock and her don't get along. But then, they like... Hairlock's being hunted down by a hound named Gear.
Yep.
I'm assuming this is one of Cotillion's or the other guys.
Manus.
Yes. His hounds. He's the keeper of the hounds. And so the hound like barges into the room because Hairlock's a little like puppet, so he's in his little puppet box and barges in the room, and Tattersail's all there, and he starts to go towards the box, and she's all like no to the hound, and the hound's just like meh, and like starts messing with her and like shoves her, and then all of a sudden Hairlock's all like, aha, I am here, hound, I am who you were looking for, and he pops out of his little box and he's doing whatever the heck he's doing. This is the things I imagine in my head. And he like does something to the hound to where the hound is like incapacitated, and Tattersail, who does not get along with Hairlock, is all like, but she's being attacked by this hound. She's all like, run, hound! Save yourself! He's trying to take your soul. Why? Why?
Well,
why wouldn't she let the hound just take him?
The hound wasn't attacking her until she interrupted it.
But she didn't want it to get Hairlock. But then when she saves Hairlock from the hound, he's all like, woman, you fool! Why did you stop me? And actually it wasn't her that stopped the hound, it was Captain Perrin.
Well, he stabbed it.
Right.
Which he shouldn't have been able to do.
Right. But I just don't understand. Is she just getting along with this Hairlock fella for the sake of getting along?
She is trying to follow what the bridge burners need because she is starting to feel trust for the bridge burners, I guess you would say. Or like she wants to see where that goes because she's also not a fan of Tayscrin right now. Right, because he potentially took out Hairlong's half body and then her lover boy Calum or Kalat or something. Calum or I don't. He's one of the bridge burners. Kalam. Whatever. See, I don't even know the names. I don't even know what the hell's going on with the names. Well, part 2, you get to meet another part of cast. Are these people still going to be there? What? The ones I met in Pale? Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember all these people. Because I feel like if you're a character that's worth giving a name to, I need to remember you. Because like there was one character in here, a Claw. Not the first Claw, but the second Claw that the captain met up with. At the pier?
Was it the pier? I don't know. It was the one who was pretty much like, if you need anything, my name's... I can't remember his name.
Are you talking about Tuck?
Yes. I'm like, okay, they mentioned his name, so I should probably... See, I didn't even remember it, but I remember there's a claw that I should probably remember.
Well, Tuck is a character.
So yeah, and then like... Are we like anti the Empress? Like, I don't even know. What is our goal here? What are these people going towards?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean, I know you kind of said to me that the Empress wants to get rid of anybody who may have had ties to the previous emperor.
Kallenvet, yes.
So that would be her goal.
So,
but the adjunct seems to be targeting this one particular person. Why?
Sorry?
Yes.
Because Sorry...
Do we already know, or are you giving me something?
No, Sorry, they linked back to the massacre where the wax switch and all that was, that whole town.
Right, but what...
Because remember she was trying to hunt down that?
Who?
Lorne.
But why? Are they tied to the previous emperor? Or is this her own thing?
They're trying to figure out what happened.
I feel like everyone has their own agenda.
Exactly. There's not
and somehow all of these agendas are going to come together.
Not necessarily.
Well, they're going to all, like, maybe not long-term come together, but something has to get resolved.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's just going to create more agendas, and that's just going to add to my chaotic mind. I tell you, I read the very first words, the first chapter of the prologue, and I'm like, well, I have no clue what I just read. And it was just describing some kind of, I think it's a metal hanging piece that was on the side of a building. And I'm like, this isn't even an important thing, and I don't even know what's going on.
I know you'll love it.
You're gonna love the torture that it brings me.
It's not torture.
It is torture. Because I like to do the whole, like, foreshadowing, and then I get satisfaction. I'm like, yeah, I totally got it right. This, I can't do that. So I'm just like...
This is a completely different experience.
And I feel like slow burn. And I have no patience. We have mentioned this numerous times on this channel that I have no patience.
But the payoffs are immense.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I keep reading, hearing, seeing. I don't know. Well, anyways, I don't even know what you asked me originally. I just threw out whatever was there. I'm surprised you got that much out of me, because I don't know what to think. I have no clue where we're going. Oh, actually, I do have a clue. We're going to Dejuhistan, or however you say it.
Darujistan.
Darujistan. Yes, we're going there. That's about all I know.
You're gonna get
I can't even say the name right.
You're gonna get to meet Krupp.
Krupp? Okay.
The Phoenix Inn crew.
Oh boy.
Although my favorite characters aren't really part of that crew, but I do like them.
Yeah. By the way, it's called Gardens of the Moon. I'm hoping later on that there are actual some garden references and moon references. There was no talk of gardens and moon. If there was, I didn't understand it. And that's all I got. Anything else?
I, on the other hand, am seeing a ton of just like in-my-face details on this reread, and it's beautiful. Especially after reading the Path to Ascendancy trilogy right before I started it, so yeah, buddy.
So, would you recommend that someone who may have not started this series...
You start with Gardens of the Moon.
Oh, don't read the other ones first.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I would suggest just starting with the main 10.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing. Well, trying.
I'm not saying you wouldn't be lost as all hell trying to read the Path to Ascendancy first, but you know.
Okay, then. Anything else? And with that, we will see you next time, where I will attempt to discuss my thoughts on Book 2, Gardens of the Moon. What is it called?
I believe it's Darujhistan.
What he said. See ya.
See ya.